welcome to my coach ministry. And today I'm going to be talking about having the balls to step into your purpose, having the balls to boss up, having the balls to be an entrepreneur, having the balls to become the brand that you are created and designed to become. How do you become the person, the brand, the business that you are meant to be, that you're created for?
Get up, stand up, throw your hands in the air, sing it out loud and make it clear, stand out. Tell me what you gonna do, stand out. Tell me what you gonna do. Break negativity, promote positivity, standing on the word to be the best you could be, stand out. What? Tell me what you gonna do, stand out.
There are three primary reasons that you should have, I believe, for being an entrepreneur or stepping into your entrepreneurship, stepping into your brand, right? Number one, to fulfill purpose. That's number one. Number two, to earn for financial security and independence, right? And three, to help others overcome poverty, to help others, whether it's to alleviate poverty or to bring about resolution to a need, but to be of help and to provide solutions to other people. So those are the three reasons you should have, I believe, for becoming an entrepreneur. One, fulfill purpose, earn for financial security and independence, and to help others, to be of value to other people. Right? And I think one of the best things you can ever do for yourself is to become indispensable to someone else who feeds you or who feed into you, who can pay you, right? The more people you're indispensable to, it's the more people who will pay or fund you, right? In so doing, there are three things that you now need to ask, you now need to think about. And it is your preparedness. Am I prepared for entrepreneurship, for what that will bring about, for everything that will come with it, the recognition, the success, the failures, right? And some persons, especially when we're poor, we think, man, if I could just make some money. Have you ever really given thought to what if you were given $1 million right now? How will that impact your psychology? How will that impact your relationships? How will that impact your life? So you have to become prepared for entrepreneurship, for being that brand, for being a profitable brand, a brand that attracts other people, a brand that is of help to others, a brand that you are now creating a space for people to need that brand. And when the need has been created, it means that people are now going to be relying on you because there's a responsibility and accountability that comes with that, right? And then the next thing you need to think about is skill. When someone pays me $1 million, does my skill set facilitate what the delivery of the what is expected, what's the expected outcome of that $1 million, right? Because sometimes we're so focused on what we want, we forget or we neglect to think about the expectations that come after we get what we want, right? They said, heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? More money, more problems, they say. Well, we say more money, more opportunities for growth, opportunities to become our best selves, right? So the next thing you need to think about is skill. You need to have $1 million skill set, a skill set that is valued at the amount of money you want to earn. You have to have the capacity of what you seek to earn, to deliver the targets or the outcomes of based on what you hope to earn. So if you want to earn $1 million, you have to have a capacity or a skill set to be able to deliver the value that is equated or the expected value that your clients or customers will expect for you to bring to the table when they give you their money, right? The next thing you need to think about is commitment. Will you be able or do you have the capacity to commit to the process and trust that process? Because it's not just going to happen right away. It's going to take time. It's going to take going through the valley sometimes. It's going to take going up on the mountain sometimes. And will you be able to commit to that process no matter what it takes? So I'm going to be sharing with you 5 questions that I really, really think from my experience. I've been an entrepreneur for a very long time, since 2009. We're now in 2019. That's over a 10-year period. I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years. I've seen highs and lows and in-betweens. I've had pitfalls, I've had successes, right? And that's why I'm a coach today. So here are 5 questions I believe you need to answer before you, as you decide or think about becoming an entrepreneur or becoming a brand, or rather, let me put it this way, launching your brand, because you are an entrepreneur by default. You were born and created to deliver something. You're born and created with a purpose. You didn't become an entrepreneur or choose or not whether or not to become an entrepreneur. You are an entrepreneur. You are a brand. You have a purpose. You're going to bring solutions to people, right? So here are the top 5 questions you need to ask yourself. And when you answer these questions, I believe they should help you position yourself for the brand market, right? So question number one, ask yourself, who will I need to become in order for my brand to become visible to the world? Who will I need to become in order for my brand to become visible to the world? For the world to see me as a brand? Who do I need to become? Number 2, what is the vision I am seeking to fulfill? What's my vision? What's the vision? Right? The third question is, what is the mission I'm on? What is my mission? What do I hope to achieve? What's the mission? Number 4, how will this be executed? How do I deliver my brand to people? How will I execute the service, right? And the final question is, how will I know when I've hit my target? How will I know when I've achieved success? In other words, how will I know when I'm winning? How will I know when I've had a success, right? So these are some questions you've got to ask yourself, because if you're not in the awareness of these things, then it can really trip you up. If you don't know what the vision is, how will you know? How will you know the why? Why am I doing this? When it gets hard, what will you connect to keep you on track, right? So your vision articulates the why in what you're doing. Your mission describes the what. What is it I'm setting out to do, right? And how you execute is your strategy. What is the strategy that I want to implement? How do I want to do this? How is the best way for me to do this, to fulfill this purpose? You have to think about those things. And how will you measure your achievements? Right? How will you measure your achievements? How will you know? A lot of times, sometimes we have entrepreneurs who are on this journey, but they never really set down milestones. So they don't really know how well they're doing or how poorly they're doing. And so sometimes when we haven't, quote unquote, hit that million or that money value that we're thinking we should be at, or when we don't have the amount of money, when we don't have the cash flow that we were hoping for, we start thinking, oh my God, I'm failing. Maybe you're not failing, but how do you know? Your failure or success is not merely dependent on the money on your cash flow. It's also dependent. Your medium of your success or failure is based on preparedness, skill, commitment, and outcomes. It's the vision, right? It's whether or not people are recognizing your brand. That's a success. It's whether or not people are beginning to rely upon you to fulfill something in their lives, right? It's when your vision is becoming reality. It's when you're feeling yourself, when you recognize that you're actually getting close to achieving that mission. You're on that mission and you see where you're hitting targets, milestones. So you have to set those targets. What does success look like for me? Right? So you know when you are making progress or when you're not making progress, right? So these are some things that you really, really should think about. So you're a brand and you're a boss. You just need to step into it. And as we close today, remember this. Your greatness is in your brokenness. Whatever breaks you is positioning you and preparing you for what's going to make you great, for when you get to that place of greatness, right? Your greatness is in your greatness is in your brokenness. This is my coach ministry. I'm Coach Raquel. Own your truth.
And I'm oh yes, I'm a success. I passed, you stressed us. I ain't gon' take no mess. Oh, be